Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I don't know it's a boy I'm just saying here representing for First Sports TV. Yeah. Tonight. It's a good night, you know? Yeah man, why man Madrid?
Right. Which
Well,
is
fellas,
right.
We have Unruly Boss and we have Shaka in the building.
you don't know. Greetings to everyone. All of the original ball and massive. Big up on your chest. Eh? Ball and rasta, then big up on your chest.
Just like that. Anyways, we're not gonna linger tonight, you know. We have a lot to get to. We didn't do a review show, we're gonna run through a couple of the games over the weekend, not all of the games, you know. Starting like we have two Manchester United fans, you know. We are gonna allow them to tell us what happened in the Villa game.
What mean what mean a Villa game, Bojo? You know what you game?
Break it down for the
But
fans.
I just want to know if this is what you starting with. That the first thing you're coming with?
Yeah, the first thing.
All right. Well, I will allow my younger brother, Mr. Brown, to start off, and then I will chime in at the appropriate time.
Okay. Kush, what was the takeaway from the game?
Well, Bojo. Yo, the stress I'm start off by saying this. The stress man you put up for me this weekend. Yeah. I don't know about stress. You have a thought to you have a thought to one building called the office. Where's it? I want me have be man. After early me there Saturday. Early.
Me personally can't take any shots because I never watch the game.
All right, but when we get back to the game now, what me I say about the game, really? Wanna show no Manchester United identity in a game. Tell you the truth. You see me? Simple fact that, bro, wanna play. Wanna know if because wanna start jelly it or the ball of them now start click as everybody I say it, but brother, when I play a ball, when I go sit down on the live and say, yo, today I play a ball and
did you create enough chances to at least draw the game or win the game?
not saying create enough chances for draw the game. We shouldn't even have a conversation about creating chances for draw the game, but you see me? We shouldn't even do that. That shouldn't even be in a conversation. With the talent we have out there, brother, we should have beat this Villa team out with ease. You see me? But the fact that the coach constantly try implement this two defensive midfielder in such of a game where, brother, we can't beat them man, I would not be a defensive midfielder.
They say at home you'd have wish the coach play a more expansive type of ball game.
My point, more attractive ball game, which is you try to use your offensive power for say, oh, them would work. At least try it for say, all right. If we can get a good farmer knockings, a good farmer gelling in the ball game where the man might play with this offensive force we put out, you can't say yeah. But if you don't put it out, all you know say it now go work. You see me? So
yeah, well,
you can say, yo, the man now try to play attractive football. Once again, my reason with someone I make them know, say, yo, even in the young boys game in the Champions League, brother, we go down to 10 man. We still should have played an offensive side of football because you make the change already and change the system and bring on the young youth. You see me? So at half time, what you trying to make another change for go defensively and bring on Veron when you like go rest Veron anyway. You see me? So yo, the coach him lack a tactical awareness and him don't know how to make some for change in a game, bro. You see me? I just see the problem that
I would absolutely.
Hold on, Shaka, 1 second before you start. No man, I'm great before you start. All right, go ahead. The floor is yours.
But take off that Ken jersey now, boy. I try not to cuss on it.
you got the lie, Shaka.
guy can't use
Yeah,
password
I
and
get,
people block.
yeah, I
Love
get
that
it, man.
boy.
Cross. Yeah, but wait
Alright,
a
back to your
Supervisors
minute.
with
point
the
now,
garbage
Chaka.
now, boy. Huh?
Back to your point now. Yeah, what were you saying?
All right. Well, I would absolutely agree with my colleague's assessment. I think the coach lacks true conviction. I believe that, and I've said this in the past, that we are thankful that he was able to get us back to this level now. But now it's time for us to get a bigger and more experienced, tactical aware coach that could bring this current group of talent together to play the way that I envision that they can play. And what I simply mean by that is that, perfect example, I think Kush said it best. We no longer need to play with two holding defensive midfielders. And let me explain to you why. All of the success that we've had the first couple of games was playing Pogba in the central midfield role. All right? He was the one who was able to bridge the gap between the defenders and get the ball into positive spaces for Bruno to get the ball into those attacking channels so we could attack and we could go forward and win. By
Yeah, he
having
was really
two
blessed.
defensive midfielders and both of them are terrible offensively, it
Yo,
completely takes away from the creativity from my side. That's one. Two, when we get the ball, the entire game was lethargic. The entire game. There was no productivity. There was not enough movement.
yeah,
Everybody
yo.
was just standing and waiting to
It's
see
like him and them not
what
even
was
that
going to happen.
practice, bro. Like what them they are training at do. It's like what them they are practice at do. What them they are training at do. We are
Greg, you
working
need
on
to
training.
mute.
Cause you go there in a game and you not do nothing.
Yeah, but even still, with the current player personnel that Manchester United have, the minute that you see that things are not working out the way it's supposed to, you have a man like Lingard who coming into form that need to come off the bench. You know what I mean? You have a man like Marshall right now could come off the bench. You have Cavani. Them men could come off the bench and add a different spark to the game.
Well,
That's why I said
Marshall can start packing back in a shot. Tell you the truth.
no,
I
Marshall
think in
can't
time
start.
up. No, not even off the bench. In time is up. That's it.
No, facts. I mean,
It's up.
listen,
It's up.
I
It's
hold
up.
on. I am
In
simply
doing time.
judging it on
In
the
doing
current
time.
player personnel
Wrapping
that
up
we
in
have.
2 minutes. 2 minutes to wrap up the game.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, may I say, finish making the point. We are cut off the Manu conversation at 10 minutes.
We've been one done it from the start, you know, Buju.
Okay. Greg, you have nothing you want to add?
I enjoy the game. I enjoy the game. No, to be fair, Shaka and Kush having two defensive midfielders is not a problem, you know. The problem is if neither of them not possess any form of offensive. If it's even just to start the attack with them passing. Because if you're playing two defensive midfielders with a front four, or if you're playing a front four and your wing backs are also attacking wing backs, you're gonna need to have the two defensive midfielders. I guess the problem with your two defensive midfielders is you're not getting the most from Fred and Matic when both of them. I mean, are you not getting nothing offensively from them when they're in there? So it's not the two defensive midfielders is the problem. It's the two that you guys have is the problem. But two defensive midfielders
all right.
is not a problem. Because I mean, Luke Shaw, if you have two good defensive midfielders in there, where Luke Shaw can attack, and well, you know, one Bissaka can not gonna do that much attacking.
Yeah, but
if
here,
two backs that are gonna attack a lot, two
Yeah,
defensive midfielders is not a bad thing to have.
yeah, but in this current system right now that we have, we no longer need that. And let me explain to everybody who listening right now why we don't need that. Okay, we have two extremely strong outside wing backs that are very, very difficult for anybody to get around them men to get crosses in the box. And then we have two decent central backs. One have pace and one reads the game very well. So we no longer have the constant mistakes that we did in the previous few years. So we have a solid back four, and we also have a goalkeeper that's in form at the moment. So because we have that, we no longer need to have two holding defensive midfielders. It slows the game up, and there's not enough productivity going forward with the ball.
Shaka, 1 minute. Yo, uno mute, because I don't know if somebody else want to feedback on Shaka. Everybody just mute when the next person.
All right, can everybody hear me now? Well, like I said, it's very, very difficult for us to play that style of football. It's terrible, man. It's terrible, 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 terrible. And if we continue to play this style of football, it will be extremely difficult for us to have the type of season that I believe that this team could have. After everything is said and done, we need a proper defensive midfielder. So we can have somebody that can hold up and play with the back four, but start the game and push the tempo of the game and keep the rhythm high, because we have nothing but talent up top that could produce at any level of the game, at any time of the game. But if the game is slow and predictable like it was, 2 games now, the game's slow and predictable. Lethargic, the men them are playing with no real sense of urgency. The type of passes them men make, the knocking balls off, the mistrapping ball. You know what I mean? Everything is about timing and movement. And right now, within the system that we play, there's not enough of that. And you can't keep moving guys every 30 seconds here, there, and everywhere. You can't do that. Find a system, put them in the system, and let them men figure it out.
In all fairness, nobody have a perfect team. I think other than the defensive midfielder we wanna complain about, I think we have a very good team. The squad deep enough, and me think the team should have do better, but hopefully we no continue to struggle. You understand? I think coaching is a big part of it, but me not get into that. That's none of my business. That's Man U business.
You man say that none of your business, I Man U business.
Yeah, that's Man U business. But anyway, we're shifting gears. Two are the supposedly favorites clash, you know, and the lighter blue came out on top, you know. Push your thoughts on the game.
By City and Chelsea game.
Yeah.
You know, say honestly, I never really watch a game, no, Bojo.
Well, me never watch it.
Never really watch a game, so I can't really give you.
Me people are complaining to them never like Tuchel tactics for the game. I mean, me never watch a game, so I can't.
Yeah, me hear Chelsea, me hear couple Chelsea fan and couple other fans say, yo, them never really them never get a good performance from Kante, and them never get a good performance from Jorginho.
You think COVID did a hit Kante from then?
Brother, all right. Enough man, I say, yo, me gonna be biased. But I say something the other night, I'm gonna say it again. I say it Sunday night, I'm gonna say it again. It's nothing I have against Kante, that Kante is boss, brother. But Bojo, Kante can't give 90 minutes. He cannot give 90 minutes more. Sorry, I'm not against him, man, but tell them, say, yo, even with the injuries, where my pick up, brother, you can't see it, dog. Him can't give 90 minutes no more, bro. You see me? The most him gonna give is at least 50 to 60 minutes. Because by the time some local teams start press the ball in our midfield, brother, Jorginho is not a good tackler, he's not a good runner of ball. So Kante still gonna end up all of them work there. You see me? Him not have the legs for do them work the way he would have done 2 to 3 years ago. When he can run from the back to the end of the corner to the end of the pole. Him not, brother, him not have that. You see me? No way he can do it, dog.
Well, you know what? No, go ahead. Polly, go ahead.
No, just like I said, we're gonna start pay more attention to what Kush just said. Because I never noticed.
No, I don't know joke thing. All right. Look on it, you know that. Lampard forwarding, play Kante high up the field, right? Kante add goals to him game. You will even see Kante all a cut man out of them close and a kick ball in their back. We never see that Kante there. Everybody bash Lampard and say, yo, that system they never did fit him and really. But yet still, we get a good side from out of Kante. You see me? It's just that the man them behind a Kante never had any tackling. So Kante have to fill that role there. You see me? So now our coach drop him back. Not necessarily drop him back with him to play because you know, so yo, I still Georgino, I extend that. You see me? I just Kante I run up and down in the park and make sure say they tackle him before any other else tackle can. Kante now have the legs and the work rate. But do all of them tackle it for 90 minutes, budget. Not even for 70 to 80 minutes, brother.
99% of the time, I always disagree with you. You understand what I'm saying? I think it's a little too early for us to have that. However, there might be some truth to that. You know what I mean? Even though I watched the game delayed when I got home from work, I felt that Chelsea, the game plan that Chelsea put together, was a good one. But the team that they went up against, the men didn't come to draw that game. You understand? And Pep put those guys out there to play with reckless abandon, number one. And then number two, the intensity of the squad, the entire squad. If you guys get a chance to watch a little bit of that game, you guys will see that the intensity was there. Chelsea played a good game, but it wasn't one of their best games simply because I don't like them having Werner and what's the name up top. I think you isolate Lukaku by himself and let him do what he accustomed doing. Because when you do that, you force teams to have to pay more attention to Lukaku. By having Werner on the field.
Werner was there just to press City.
Well, yeah.
But they did final to press City.
Yeah.
But it just never made it work out.
I believe that was part of their downfall because they were able to break that press extremely easy. They made that press look like it wasn't even there. You understand what I'm saying? Now, Chelsea had opportunities that they could have capitalized on, but it wasn't a whole lot. So that's why I say that, let's give it another 3 or 4 games before we see if Conte can handle it. Like number one. Number two, a big-time coach like the Chelsea coach know that if you realize your best defensive asset is struggling, you limit the amount of work that he's doing. You simplify his game. So you tell him, we no longer need you to be a true box-to-box midfielder. We want you to play closer to the back 3 or the back 4 and play from there. Play more of a Fred role for Chelsea till you get your legs back and then you're able to go out and express yourself and do what we know you can do. So that's why for me, it always perplexes me that we give a lot of these coaches a lot of credit and simple in-game changes like that, they're not willing to make. You know what I mean? So I would hold off on saying Conte. He not able to play 90 again. I really watch it for the next 2 or 3 weeks, and then when I jump back on the blog, I'll be able to give a better assessment on that. But I think it's too early for us to say that. There's too many variables for us to say that. You know what? Yeah, Conte, he ain't have it no more. Because I don't quite believe that just yet. Because I wouldn't mind having him at Manchester United right now. Because if he playing for us, them games we win because of the type of work that he does.
Man, you want all the best players in every position. Do this.
Of course.
Do this.
I can't give my assessment of the game before my device kick me off again. All right. I think where Tuchel got it wrong with this game was the first 3 games when we beat City, he played 3-4-3. This past weekend, he went to a 3-5-2. He played with 2 up top who were more centrally. The games that he won, he played with a 3 up top. So 1 central and 2 wide players would either be Havertz and Mason Mount or Havertz and Pulisic. but you know they had width and pace up top to spread the Chelsea defense. I mean the City defense. This past weekend he played with a 2 central, so City could come back. The width he was getting the width from his wing backs, Alonso and Reece James. Yes, Reece is quick, but Alonso not gonna give you the speed on the left side. You see me? So with the 3-4-3, he would still have the wing backs them and give him options wide. But his front three or the 2 wide players up top will still be giving him the width. He didn't do that this weekend. In changing formation, try to go with a 3 in the center. If we go up against City 3 midfielders. And something that City did as well too was Pep finally decided to play Bernardo in the midfield again, which Kush me and you talk about this time and time again. The energy where Bernardo Silva bring in that midfield, I mean, City don't have nobody else other than probably Fernandinho 3 years ago. City don't have nobody else who give them that energy. So no care how much goals Gundogan will give you, if you go up against
Just like I said, Pep still like a find a way to put Gundogan in there.
yeah, you have to have Bernardo Silva in there. He give you everything, both on the offense and the defensive side. So City made that change what they needed to make, but then Tuchel made a change to his system that he didn't need to make. He should have continued with the same system. You know, him mess up. Wow, Shaka go Man U jersey. He mess up like Pep did in Champions League final last year. Too much uncalled for changes. That was Tuchel's problem. You never need to make them changes there. Just continue with him same team and go there and give Chelsea and give City a fight. But you know, he make it get to him and make too much changes. And I think the injury to Reece James kind of throw them off too, you know. But yeah, you should have started with a front three, man. Start with the same front three. Keep City. I mean, City fullbacks weren't even honest in this game.
True.
Cancelo, they were able to push up front. The games that he won when he had Havertz and Pulisic or Havertz and Mason Mount down there, they had to stay back somewhat. They weren't able to always cheat upfield.
True.
In this game, I mean, Alonso, anybody can run on Alonso. Yes, we have a good kick, but if he attack, they can chase it. Kyle Walker can always chase him back down. I mean, after Reece James come off and you have Aspie over there, anybody can chase him down. Their white players weren't any pace white players. So that was a big mistake on this game.
All right. 25 minutes and a 2 game. Wow. 23 minutes and we're talking about 2 games so far. We should have game one.
Talk about Arsenal yet.
Liverpool draw.
Never talk about that.
Never talk about that. We should have game.
Brighton. Like that. Brighton Palace can go back real quick. Like the job with
No, we just gonna say Brighton miss out on a chance to go top of the league.
No, I think Palace missed out on a win. Because Palace created a better chance. Brighton had better position at the ball, but Palace created the better chances, you know.
The goal is a dagger to the heart though.
Eh?
The goal is a dagger to the heart. The equalizer.
Yeah.
Neil Mope.
And you know, Arsenal fans don't like that player. So
you will be seeing him this week.
You heard Arsenal fans even more. But yeah. I mean, Jordan, you get the game to finish.
Yeah, true. I'm sure I've heard that. Brian scored that all day. Anyways, any other game want to talk about?
No, not really.
Not really.
We're going to 5 minutes of him.
Listen,
Arsenal
the only games you want to talk about is Man U. The only games you want to talk about is Man U. We want to talk about Arsenal games at all. That's how we start time.
Shaka, question. You still give Bruno penalties or no?
100% yes. He is the best penalty taker that we have. Every now and then, every man make a mistake. No big deal. Bruno is the number one penalty kicker for Manchester United.
Hold
Shouldn't be
on.
anything.
Shaka.
The best penalty taker before Ronaldo
Yes.
Greg, can I speak? My hands up. Can I speak?
I'm gonna mute myself and let you talk, sir.
Can I speak? If Bruno ever touched that ball again, we might not see our next political jersey. Listen to me and listen to me clearly. Listen to me, man. Listen to me. You see, football I want disease, I want drugs. Football will rip every living talk about arguing the way I live good and turn in our crackhead. And Bruno won't turn himself in our crackhead because of an ego. Him for see this ball, yeah, and know. First of all, yo, me I show you how football, yo, me no say the money that gonna miss a penalty, brother. Me I show you how football evil.
The Martinez effect.
No, Bojo, tap it. I mean, I hear the chat it all about it, but me I show you how football evil, brother. You know, say if I will get the penalty and the VAR, before the VAR will make a check, dog. From the ball, lick him on hand. Bruno have the ball in their hand ready for kick a penalty, brother. I swear to you, yo. But you listen to me, dog. The man have the penalty ball in their hand before anything. Man, you mean a dog? The man they make it in their media say, yo, all right, them are gonna share this. But when it forward onto the penalty, I got it. Nobody else now go kick it out. I go kick the ball. Bruno ego show me say, yo, no matter what him say to the media, him are the man in a Manchester United. He no care about who Ronaldo is, but him did there so before you. No matter what you do, but him did there so before you. And him a kick this penalty here. And him pick, brother. I just think, yo, Bruno did I go for the glory for say, yo, him kick a penalty, him score it, and then it would have be out the next day say, yeah, him is the penalty kicker for Manchester United.
Not only that, Bruno rescue Manu again.
Thank you, yo, brother. Yo, the man ego is so, and football, brother, may I tell you, football is evil in Abuja. It's evil, dog.
Anyway, whoa. Shaka got change jersey as well, and Jiggy say a Cambodia.
This is a Cambodia jersey. Jiggy evil, dog.
Jiggy the man go put that. Jiggy the man take off the Cambodia jersey and go put that one side.
You see that?
I knew on that.
Tell him all the jerseys on deck. Because I was at Old Trafford.
Cambodia, dog.
All right, Bojo. Which other game did go over the weekend?
We don't want to talk about no more game. Too much time gone. What me want to say is
Champions League.
Well, one thing before we move. Me I go pre the right back with Arsenal side. He have a very good game. My first time I watch him. You know?
Oh yeah, we that talk about that Sunday night. There's someone that talk about that. Yo, me I tell the man them say Bojo. It's not that say yo, him bring something different to the game, but him play him role.
Yeah, man. He know for defend, he know for the basics, bro.
All right, me give one example from the Arsenal game. Remember a ball where Arsenal start a counter. And probably look a bit after that, them score the first goal. A ball square cross, and you know, a right back would have take it down and turn to the line and try to make a pass. The man comes up, boom, one time to Saka. And Saka turn. The one time the Saka the time for turn and square the ball across the field and start the field, brother.
True.
No right back would have take the ball and turn and try to go up a line and try to make a pass. But the man know where Saka they are ready. So when the ball square across, someone else comes up, boom, one time. And Saka make a turn in at the midfield. And I say, all right, the Japanese have something different in game.
Yeah.
One other thing we see him do, when we respect, me see him get a ball to pass back to Ramsdale. The ball a bump, you know. And the boss, him circle it first, you know, put it on the ground, you know. Then him roll it back, you know. You know, some defender would panic and just play it back to the keeper and it a bounce. man settle it first. Now you're kush.
No, me I say I real talk, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Him settle it first, then him roll it back for keep a clear. Go on, Greg.
Me teacher. All right, for add to what coach said. You see that quick pass up the flank the way you talk about 2 years, me and the Arsenal group, and we are complaining about that. That was one of the things where I hold back Pepe. Like when Bellerin get the ball, instead of him pass it up the flank, release Pepe early, so Pepe can turn and take on him opponent. Him either play it infield or turn it back to either centre back and goalkeeper. So that's something good to point out. We see that from the Norwich game, we see that, but we never elaborate too much panic. We say, all right, Norwich. And next thing with him, he's a defending first fullback. Dog, a long time, other than one, why name one Bissaka. You hardly see a defense first fullback in the game these days. And him have attacking aspect good too, but the fact that in defense are good and he have good height too, so him win a whole heap of aerial duels. Like fullbacks them, Bellerin and Cedric and them fullback there, they could always out-job them and out-duel them in the air. Him, I think he win every aerial duel in go up with. You know? And boy, Son has been with Achilles probably the past 6 times we play Tottenham. Son destroy. And in keeping quiet that game, you have to give him props to the game when he play. Now if you also shout out Shaka, even though I don't like him, but Shaka had a decent game. Unfortunately, he get injured after one good game he play.
True.
Yeah, Bojo, he can go out for about 8 weeks, I'm saying.
That's why I said this before.
I think when get the injury, no, not everyone get the injury, but we curse Leno, and Arsenal fans are hypocrite. We curse Leno all the while for some of the passes and when play.
Oh, well, I had that.
No, you see the goal, I think it's the second goal, Aubameyang goal. That was a bad pass for Ramsdale. You know. If you ask me, Shaka for but Freiburg just got to ground too easy there, so. You know, him and the fact that the referee the match have to cut out that this year and him just go to ground so easy. Probably for the last year, Shaka get called for the foul. So. But that was a bad pass from Ramsdale to Shaka. Anyway, Shaka doing best, win the ball, and we start the counter, and that's for Aubameyang score. But if that did win, if they might win that and score, it would have been known different from the past where Ramsdale did Shaka last year and Shaka turned and give it to. Was a how would that play? Burnley? Was it a Burnley player Shaka passed the ball to last year?
Me teacher. Yo, me I talk to some Arsenal fans the other night, you know. The man them must say, yo, no matter how uno cost the Ramsdale signing, but to them, that is the better signing to them. Out of Japanese and cause Ramsdale bring a whole different. The man can read the boxing, can commend the air ball, and he can do all. The man them say Ramsdale is a way. They say we better goalie than Leno, but them say yo, when Ramsdale at the right now, them say yo, is way better than Leno. You see me? So you have some Arsenal fans really out there say yo, Ramsdale is actually the number one. Tell you the truth.
It got hard to take him out of the goal right now. I mean, 3 games, 3 victories, 2 clean sheets. It got hard to take him out of the goal. You know? But I never just say him at the better goalkeeper so far. I mean, he has made some better decisions passing-wise, passing the ball than Leno has. You know, Leno is not the best passer. Or Leno tend to take more risk than Ramsdale though. Ramsdale show Messi and Leno did want to make all of them passes. Because we have seen time and time again where him not have the pass and him kick the ball upfield to the flank. You know, kick is central, but he kick it upfield to the flanks. Whenever he have the short pass, he can get rid of the ball. So that proves to me that Leno didn't want to on the ball some of the time. But in terms of goalkeeping ability, pretty even, but go be honest and say he has proved me wrong because me did a cuss about the signing. I wasn't pleased about it. I felt like it was a waste of 30 million. Like we could have done something better with that 30 million. but him approve him work. And the farmer legend David Freeman forward in a training and I work with him in a training. Probably because he's an Englishman. But that can only be good for the team. So him probably he's gonna be the number one. Leonard is out the door.
Of course he's gonna be the number one because if perfect example, if you look at all of the English players that start to get a little prominence in the English Premier League, on whatever teams they're playing on, they are always perceived to be the next great this, the next great that. I don't believe that Grealish is a $100 million buy. I've said that from the start, and I'll say that again.
Molly say, brother.
Grealish is about a good
They will
40 million.
disagree.
No, hey, I'm being absolutely honest. Grealish is about a $40 million to $45 million buy.
Oh, Shaka, 60.
Nah, 60 too much for Grealish. I'm sorry. Way too much.
Whoa.
No. Now, withstanding today's market, right now is a player's market. And what I mean by that is all of the prices are extremely inflated.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And every agent understands, that this is the best window to get the most amount of money for my clients. So the market is going to be ridiculous. Now, with us saying that, we as footballers, we as fans, we as passionate fans, we as educated footballers understand that the market is so inflated. I mean, it's just way too much money, man. $100 million for that shit, that Englishman. He's a good player. He's a solid player, but he's not a superstar. He's not at that level where you can say he's a superstar. He has not done it for 2-3 seasons where he played at the extremely high level, and everyone could legitimately say that, hey, you see Grealish is one of the top 5 players in the world. That's a $100 million player. You understand? He's not there. And I don't think he'll ever get there.
I think he has potential to get there, but fair enough what they're saying. I mean, one of the things with this game that his game doesn't have is, all right, he's hard to take the ball, but when you look at him, can you say what exceptional talent? Is he a great dribbler? Is he a great goal scorer? Is he a great passer of the ball? I mean, he don't tick any of them boxes there. Yeah, he can create things, he can be a good influencer for the bench. But you're right, Shaka. I mean, he's an attacking player, those are the 3 characteristics. Goal scoring, dribbling, or at least great with assists, passing. I mean, he's averaging all 3 if you ask me. So you have a point. But the inflation and the market right now, as I say. I mean, if you ask me, 4 of them have a great upside than him right now.
Well, brother, like I said, the man is a good, decent footballer. I'm not going to take that away from him. But too much times we have seen in the last few years that especially any white English player, look at we striker from Tottenham, Harry Kane. Once they said Harry Kane was $100 million, $110 or $115 million.
Hold on. Sorry for interrupting you. You've gone too far. Declan Rice right now. West Ham want what? Upwards of $80 million for Declan Rice.
$80 million. Sure, that shit don't Declan Rice.
When he is not better than Calvin Phillips.
Brother, he's not even close.
Sure.
He's not even close.
There's another African player at Brighton, Ives Bissouma.
Yeah.
Ives Bissouma is better than him. Ives Bissouma is listed at about 40 million.
Facts.
But it's their league, it's their players. Of course, they're gonna put a bigger price tag on them.
Of course.
And that is why them team now get no better.
The champions. I choose the league. Choose the league. We are leaving upset them.
Choose the league.
Alright, we just talk about the big game then still. We don't waste no time still.
Now it's no time.
Alright, so the liquor side for around Anfield, them do them thing and them win 5-1.
Talk about that.
Eh?
No,
Why
but
not
that-
take shots at... No, man, on my internet.
Somebody has a lag.
True. Bad too.
But I still hear it.
Shaka internet man.
Eh? Is mine? Let's see.
Jano Shaka, you gone. It don't look good, Shaka. It don't look good. All right, so Blacks think Grealish should only be a good squad player for City. A bit
Still have
harsh.
lag.
Think that's a bit harsh.
No.
I mean, as a matter of fact, to be honest, right now in the City team, only De Bruyne is not a squad player. Might wanna do it now. Abujo
Really want to go back?
All right.
No, bro.
Because you did highlight the comment from Blacks. That's why I address it.
Alright, so Blacks side win. Much they win? 5-1, 4-1?
Well, now, we did talk about Arsenal game.
No, bro. So no one talk about Arsenal. We're not going back to the Premier League, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, really and truly going back to the Premier League is a waste of time. Especially when we're going to talk about them side Arsenal, them third division kind of side. We're not willing to do that. Not tonight.
How much? You're what? You're 4 points ahead of us?
We're not willing to have a conversation about Arsenal at the moment, sir.
And you're a slide. Your team a moonwalk right now. And you talk so tough. We'll see you after the international game. Don't worry yourself.
You see that?
That outdated.
Brother,
AIG.
once I buy a jersey, it can never be outdated, boy. I pay money for my jersey all of your ass.
You got it from Cambodia. All right, push. Straight up to the jersey, push. Steve here. Let's champions. Champions League. All right, good game from Liverpool. But me not watch it. But to go to Portugal and meet a Porto team 5-1. Best young player, Curtis Jones. Well, Liverpool fans just can't get Liverpool fans can't give their player a chance to grow.
My point exactly.
As soon as a player just show a little promise. They did the same thing with Jay Spear years ago. I bet you will not even know who Jay Spear is. Him did not the squad with Sterling. Him, Sterling, and Jordan Ibe were the young players then. And they hype him up.
Ibe?
Yeah, they said Ibe was gonna be the next great hope for Liverpool.
Yeah, they did.
No,
Can we get to the games, please?
Which game first, I said? Liverpool game?
I mean, we can just go by score because not really
All right,
to
good
discuss.
scoreline. Atletico stole it from Milan at the last minute.
Yeah.
Milan lead them for most of the game. Then Griezmann equalized. And
Good goal from Griezmann.
Yeah, good goal. Late game, Luis Suarez just steal it, you know. So good win there for Atletico. Me now make it stay till now last. Cause Bujo and laugh from the second side. But
That man.
one team from Moldova who just farmed. They were from 1997. Then time the Real win about 6 Champions League already. The man them found that the Bernabeu come beat you. I not even know one player on the team. There's no said any Sheriff.
Very good goals though.
Yeah.
Some
True.
good
True. Two good goals.
I know
Two
what
good
you
goals. Two good goals.
Yeah, man, two very good goals. Especially the second one, bro. The second one.
Second one, top that. Second one come like I want deputy kick it.
Yeah, man.
One shirt deputy.
Wow.
Wait, fellas. I have one thing to say. Plenty man commenting on my Wi-Fi. I put my mic on silent and I still hear all this static, you know. So all you had to figure out what's going on right now. Because I already just got to do some bad word here right now.
Say my word.
Well, I'm moving, man.
Alright, Ajax early game. Walk over Besiktas.
Well, to be honest, I tip all of them games. You know, I mean, the only game that I got to watch so far is the PSG. I watched the first half of the PSG and Man City play.
The Isle Derby.
Watch the Ajax game, man.
Yeah. I mean, Besiktas should have go back home with more than 2.
Oh, yeah?
Greg, but 9.
Yeah, man. Ajax
was a waste, bro.
You know,
Was that bad?
I'm surprised that coach still the Ajax doing that. I don't know how next season pick him up. Ten Hagen.
Yeah,
It's surprising still the Ajax. But funny enough, I mean, Dutch coach is not looking good outside of Holland right now either.
True.
Probably that's why he must be put.
Right now, it's not looking good at Barcelona right now either.
Yeah, Bojo kind of, you know.
And if it continues to look the way how it's looking, they will make a move.
Bojo jump skipping up, Greg.
I'm surprised he's still there. Oh, Bojo at PSG now? Oh. One good thing about him though is he's giving a lot of youngsters a chance.
Of course.
Because if over the weekend he play a 17-year-old and an 18-year-old, give them their first start. So he might play a whole heap of young players out.
Yeah, but he has always done that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the reason why he do that, he mentioned this years ago, maybe over 10, 12 years ago. He mentioned this. He said one of the reasons why he do that is the young players, they're much more easier, more vulnerable to the buy-in from the coaching staff compared to the solid veterans who've been playing professional for many, many years, who have seen coaches come and go. The youngsters are more eager, they're more hungry, they're excited, and they want to prove that they belong at that level. So that's why he just picked most of them. That's why he's had a decent amount of success with them young players.
So we're just not going to talk about West Ham ex-player. We are star up over Ajax. Not a star up over Ajax, a star up in the Champions League.
You know Haller was a good goal scorer before him come out with West though. I don't know what I'm saying.
Sebastian.
Eh?
Sebastian.
Yeah. But he's a French forward, then normally good.
No, he's not.
I'm not French.
No, it's Ivory Coast. Where you get that from?
Ivory Coast?
Yeah. Yes, he is.
No, I'm thinking about French.
You supposed to be the sports whiz, bro.
Yeah, he's not French.
Push, it seems like you follow Sebastian Haller
for real.
No, the dog I dropped from bar, Greg. You can't be biased, bro.
Funny in the West Ham, used to think more French, because he went their French league before. I don't know if that's so many things.
Ivory Coast.
I never seen him in the Ivory Coast squad yet.
Yes, bro.
Who Black said it reject Spurs? Haller? I can't Haller him at that. I'm with somebody else.
I don't think so.
No, sir. But yeah, them have a good squad. Like the young Brazilian they have on their right wing, Antonio. Boy, but
the man come kick Neves out of the team. Neres,
yeah.
And Neres was a promising winger.
But the player who me impressed the most with in that squad, Gravenberch, whoever.
Young youth, Greg, I know who you are talking about, man. The number 8. The man at Jenna, the man at Jenna, dog. The man at Jenna, yo.
He look like what we did expect from Pogba. Well, Pogba did show some of it, but yeah, and him is a bit more all round. Him have a defensive side to game, but trust me, he's a beast.
Yeah, man.
He's a beast. If he keep it up, he won't be at Ajax for long.
I agree with that.
Probably won't be there next year.
Yeah, you can't say that Juventus or Bayern for them things because Bayern just go around and pick the players up.
Yeah, good all end up over that, man, too.
True. Because the Arsenal reject score for Dartmouth to the Bojo. Bojo, you might mute.
That's the Dartmouth move. That's a good move for him.
Yeah, I think he passed that stage already still. I think he's ready for a big team.
I would agree with that. Because to play for France, come in and play for France and stand up and play very well. Yeah.
Yeah. But Dartmouth win, squeeze out one without Haaland. Only 1-0. You can see it's really important to the direction of Dartmouth this year. Where Dartmouth or where he goes, Dartmouth goes. You can see that this year, you know. They have a good core, but as far as
I'm my man. I'm my man. Alan, I'm
yeah, man. As he go get them probably about 50% of them goals this season or more. So,
even though them never really get enough out of capital to them, but as I'm saying, without Alan, you're not gonna really see too much of him either, because them have a nice combination of going to.
But that's a clear up him.
Yeah, it's Ajax Spurs rejected Spurs. I mean, like, why would he go to Spurs? Come on.
Oh.
Seriously.
But the Arsenal reject you talk about score, Daniel Marlin,
yeah. In a reject actually, he leave when he contracted up. He never signed him, seen a contract, he leave. But that one we make get away. It wasn't him actually get away. But only for Arsenal fans I really know about him because he never played the first team football. If you don't follow the youth team, you don't know it. But it's a good ball. Inter struggle at Shakhtar. I didn't expect Inter to go down and win, but I know that. My ball just like him can't do it without Lukaku. That's Lautaro Martinez. I mean, I have so much hopes for him, but it's like he can't score 20 goals a season. I don't know why. You know, and him and I like I said because he have a big center forward to play with now. Because Jeko did it with him too. I mentioned him today. And them still couldn't find it. Even though Shakhtar, I don't know, walk over team, you know. Them always give problem in Europe. But you would expect Inter to win this game because they need it. But unfortunately, them only get a point.
To be honest, like I said, the only game that I could really talk about is the first half of the PSG game. And to be honest, the way how PSG looking right now, they're gonna be a proper handful for Champions League. You know what I mean? Offensively, I don't think they start clicking yet because they're now starting to try to find a way for Messi to kind of get into the style of play. But once Messi get comfortable, they're going to be a proper handful, fellas.
When we see PSG do today where everybody did think them that have a problem with Neymar actually run back and track back today. You see me? You see, if you can get that from Neymar, you would actually have a good game out of PSG team. Because you can't have the three of them. I'm gonna say the pundits them say you can't have the three of them up there stand up. There's me have 7 man at defense. That now right already. That will never. You feel me? So today you actually see the determination out of Neymar, so yo, him no want lose. They can't see because he run back, go stop a ball, and Mahrez could have kicked in a goal. You know. And him block it. You see me? Him go back and make a tackle in at the 6-yard back, brother. So if you get that from Neymar, I'm not saying you're going to get it every game. But if you get that from Neymar, trust me, brother, a problem. They must something, they must not normal for go against that because you gotta have Messi where Messi I gotta stand up in a one space, but if I go get the ball, if I go do what I go do, you're not gonna stop it. It's just like alright, them say today, yo, one at a time, I think Messi dropping at the midfield and Mbappe go out there where him start. Mbappe go up on the right wing. And Mbappe had the whole of the track back and under a rear cover. It's like them actually interchange and I make it a work. And when I look on the game, I watch it and I say, oh shit, this is a problem, you know, because if they can give Messi this free roll and Neymar have this free roll same way. Brother, this is normal. You see me? Normal dog, but the man them drop ball to them man. Push the chance and
them fellas gonna call on fellas.
Push, what me hear you mention to the push? You say, I mean, me did that work, but me hear, you see a type and you say, oh, right here, run this midfielder.
brother, alright, Bojo. The first 10 to 15 minutes of the game. Verratti make City midfield know say alright. Him a the man. Him just win Europe. Him a the man. Nobody else now going to midfield have this ball. The man I go get the ball from the keeper. The man a turn in at the 18-yard box. Pan De Bruyne, brother. When I tell me the point, I say, yo, Verratti a run one serious risk. Because him have De Bruyne upon the heels. And him a turn my box and do it. But you the man a do it the whole game. The man a care who the back of his shoulder. The man does a turn. The man a knock, yo. If them can, as I say, yo, that three in that midfield is good. With Verratti, my boy, Gay and
Yeah.
you don't really need, as I say, you don't really need Messi if you tackle lad. Because a three tackle like that, three good pass the ball. Because the three of them can pass the ball, brother. You see me? Verratti can pass the ball, and the can pass the ball, and Gray can pass the ball. And the three of them can tackle that.
And they have Genie on the bench.
And the man them have Genie on the bench, so them are going to spring on become
And
press.
Genie
Become
and
press,
Daniel.
brother. Yo, I don't know the normal dog. I don't know the normal brother.
Well, you know what?
Nothing normal.
I have something for everybody to think about. A little sidebar. Imagine if Herrera was at Man United right now. Would we need Fred or McTominay?
Black Shaka. Next question.
No, asking a serious question.
Oh.
But now Man United driving back at office in a Shaka.
Who cares?
Nah,
Who
dude.
cares?
Not doing it.
All right.
Quickly. Yeah.
I think where City lost the game today is not having a focal point, but that is Pep Guardiola. He does not think he needs a centre forward or a number 9.
Yep.
But I think that's where he lost the game today. Shaka for you see before Messi scored the second goal for a long period of ball game. City had the ball. It was attack against defense. And then PSG would counter attack sometimes. But City just did not have a focal point. They have the ball around the box. They can pass it. I mean, Grealish couldn't get by Hakimi. So each time he get the ball, he have to come back and play the square pass. You know? And who in there for them get the ball to Sterling? I mean, surprisingly, Sterling got a headed chance and target in the first half. Don't know he hit the crossbar and then Bernardo missed the empty goal. How he missed that, I don't know. You know? But other than that, you know, see them get that. I mean, yes, let me retract that. They had some chances that Donnarumma came up with a lot of good saves.
Yes, he did.
No, He came up with a lot of good saves. But if they had Aguero still, not saying, well, not Aguero now, but Aguero 2-3 seasons ago, or even a good striker, if they had a good striker, if they had a Vardy, we know Vardy not going to play in City system. Just saying, a similar kind of striker. I think like City would have come away with something today. But that lacking at the focal point, I mean, and I guarantee you, Pep go out and buy another midfielder before he buy a striker.
Well, you know what? I could agree with that up to a point. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm going to play devil advocate for a second. The way how I watch the game today, especially the first half, there are three things that I look to see. I look to see how cohesive PSG was on and off the ball, and what the attack would look like if Messi started it or if he didn't start it. It didn't matter at all. They looked completely cohesive. Them fellas was bouncing ball. The pace of the ball was right. The movement and the interchanging in, we call it Man City defensive third, is what made PSG successful, especially in the first half. I ain't watch the second half, but I will before the night over. I had to go to work till late tomorrow. So I'll get opportunity to watch at least the second half of the game. Now, with that being said, Man City still had their opportunities, and I would agree that they need to bring in a striker. They need it. It's not even something that they could
I have
question.
something to say with City game. With the City, with Pep and the system where he want to play, right? Him same now want to play without a strike. But yet still, you want Ryan Sterling to play as a striker.
And you can't. That's not his game.
Because at the end of the day, Sterling not gonna want drift left, not gonna want drift either right. That means you know you gotta take a from Mahrez game and either you gotta take a from Grealish game.
Facts.
Me I say with Pep now, the man sometimes the man for us step away from in ego from out of his system and just play football, brother. Cause that's what Chelsea beat him in the final. All two could have just tell Chelsea players them say, yo, just go play football because them know say Pep will try some tactical change to try win the game. You see me? Because the man could have played even the Brian at the 9 and drop as I'm saying.
He have Jesus.
But he no want play Jesus. He want Jesus
play
on
the wing. He play
want Jesus on the
wing. I mean,
but that's what I say. The only way Jesus have a game in City team is if him play a wing. If him rub the line and him play a wing. That's the only way I'm going to start in a City team. Listen. That means that I'm going to take Mahrez out. And I'm not going to take Mahrez out that time. In the Premier League, obviously, you seem to play Jesus because I guess Jesus I get assists and I score a goal. But we know why he put Mahrez in the team today. Because he trusts Mahrez more than Jesus or Robbie Lang. You see me? Pep want him wing of them back to the line, rub the sideline, all game, stay there and do that. Brother, them type of football.
That's what he did at Barca. And Henry tell you, so when he go Barca.
But at the same thing, Henry that's saying at the pundit.
Yeah, he said he was when in the Arsenal in can drift come in and put this ball. He said Pep tell him say, yo, hold the line, stay out there, so Hey, they even said that with Grealish, because at Villa Grealish
do that the whole game. Yeah, take it from Grealish game, bro.
Yeah, right now
Grealish
out there, so. But
brother, Grealish couldn't do nothing in the whole game because every time you look, him back to the line as a roll the ball game, he can't beat Hakimi. Because Hakimi is not somebody easy where he can push it down the line with speed, like a Sterling. Cut it back. Brother, say every time Sterling take the ball from Hakimi and cut it back, him actually beat him. Because the speed of Sterling, Hakimi fast, but Sterling quicker, bro. With Grealish actually want to slow down the defender and beat him. You can't beat Hakimi. So. Because you slow down Hakimi, him will go win the ball, bro. He is a good defender. You see me? And when Hakimi Bijan start the counter and that, a problem. Because he have Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe in front time. You understand that, brother?
Listen,
Oh, Pep.
me say it on the first live. Hold on, Shaka. One minute. Me say it on the first live. I don't see City winning the Premier League this season because Pep have too many toys and he go mess it up.
Yeah.
He go try reinvent the wheel too much. He go try too much different things. He's like a mad scientist right now. And he go just mess it up. He might try mix too much different portions and he go mess it up. I mean, me the pick Chelsea as one of the favorites. Even though they get outclassed over the weekend, I still think they have the team to do it. I still think Man U have the team. If Man U serious, if all they not get it together soon, then go get rid of him by the winter break. And or by winter. And if they get rid of him and bring in a serious coach, Man U have the squad for challenge. Pep go mess up this thing here. Trust me, right now, evil Liverpool, as long as they don't have no major injury, I see finishing better than City.
Hey,
And
gentlemen,
we'll
let me ask you a question.
have this weekend, right?
Yeah, let me ask you guys a question real quick. Does anybody have any apps or anything open? Cause those are the only ways that you're gonna get lags. Meaning that if you have if you're tuning in here and then you're also tuning in on your phone, you'll have a lag there. So we got to be careful of that. That's where the majority of the back feet could be coming from. So make sure that
Oh,
if
no,
you
that's shut
hear,
up, man.
Probably
you know what I
unruly.
mean, because there's some
No,
sort
I
of
mean,
distortion.
upon WhatsApp, me, man. Hey, God.
There's some sort of lag because Buju's not being entertained tonight. You know what I mean? He's very quiet tonight.
The login, nine, yo.
Yeah, and the next time, what I'll also do, even though I know it's not my blasted phone, so tell them what less fellas on the blog is not my phone. I'll jump on the laptop, but there has to be a. I mean, I'm not sure where it is, but the minute Kush start talking, sometimes you hear a little bit of an echo. Then Greg will talk sometimes, you hear a little bit of an echo. Then it'll go away, then you hear it again. So
All right,
that's
I'm gonna
I
leave this to
got
you,
it
Luffy.
with my phone.
Now
Yo,
leave
not
this to
leave,
you.
man. We're almost done, bro. Nobody leave.
Oh,
Say again?
okay. No, but they go leave
No,
this to you for about 30 seconds and see. But Buju said we almost finished, so let's
Okay.
wrap up.
I mean, that's the last of the game, right? Unless we talk about the games tomorrow.
All right, we can just run over the games tomorrow real quick. Villarreal to continue their dominance over a certain team.
See what less is,
Benfica
right?
to
See
beat
what less
Barca.
is.
Who's I play tomorrow? Juventus and Chelsea. That's gonna be a good game. I mean,
say
Juventus
Chelsea.
not
Chelsea
really
will
playing
win.
that
Bro,
well.
Juventus has struggled.
Yeah, but they're good.
I went Arsenal are playing in Europa.
We have
Brother, we're not
we
talking
have
about Europa. Who wants to talk about Europa? Come on, man.
we have Tottenham tomorrow. Women match.
I went
Yeah.
to
Oh, a women team are playing good too, you know. Don't get it
Who?
twisted. The women. I'm not tomorrow.
10 course, Greg. The rest of the game, them, Bayern Munich, I play tomorrow, right?
Them are play
Yeah.
Kiev. 8-0.
Two love.
Bayern. You must say drunk.
Two love.
You must say drunk, brother.
Two
Which
love.
other game today good tomorrow? Atalanta, they play Manu Young Boys. I mean, Young Boys. Manu was Villarreal. Benfica, Barca. That should be a good game.
Mm-hmm.
Manu Villarreal. Manu 2, Villarreal 0.
Unai Emery. That's all I'm gonna say. Salzburg and Lille, two decent side who play exciting football. So that should be a good game. But nobody never watch that because
Greg.
you gotta watch Manuel lose or Barca lose.
As
Out of
as I talk about Salzburg, we forgot to Leipzig lose today again, bro.
Yeah,
and
from
them and them start
Club
off good enough.
Bruges.
Them start off good because Nkunku score.
Yeah, but you guys know what's going on. You guys know what's going on at Leipzig. Them men selling out all of the best talent, you know. Because they're getting paid a lot of money for them talent. So them selling out talent right now. So I'm not expected to hear anything from them for the next 2 seasons, to be honest.
Hey,
Shaka, you know,
what
you're on a league right now.
whatever happened to the hype around Upperman Khan?
He's a buyer.
Is he? What?
Buju, where are you, Buju? Where are you?
You figure so we say Bayern take the man them coach and them best player.
Him a part of the tree.
Bayern take them coach and them best player.
And Bayern just take him and name captain.
Them get Bayern get sitting there, you know.
Oh,
Them get an next
Bayern
player from
Yeah,
like
man, them take them captain, bro.
oh, Sabitzer.
Sabitzer, yeah. And that was like I say.
Yeah,
Them take
Sabitzer.
Sabitzer. Yeah.
Totally forget. And them right now them a line up forget. You know the little central midfield. I mean attacking midfielder Leverkusen named Wirtz. The little young youth. Yeah, in father saying in the next 2 years a Bayern and dream team are the same go. So Bayern just attack the whole of the youngsters and franchise.
that's the name like Bayern Munich.
Yeah, it's not a competition anymore. But the thing is, Leipzig don't have to sell. None of the Red Bulls team now, as a matter of fact, are not pressured to sell because them have money. All of the Red Bulls team them have money. They're not pressured to sell, but I guess when Bayern comes calling, here the USA youth, Tyler Adams come out the other day and say he will never go to Bayern Munich. Like, why would you go to your main rival? Like, or go to a team with full of so much stars? Like, why wouldn't you stay at your team and, you know, try to build a team and compete with them? And him are the only one in the league maybe years or something like that.
As I mentioned, Leverkusen earlier, you see the thing I'm saying on the blog today with Craig get to the young youth them for sign for Leverkusen young team.
Yeah, me did hear talk about it. It's a good look.
Yeah, man.
Good going, Mr. Butler. You know, we give you a whole heap bad name on this, but I think
Me left one thing up to him. Me didn't want him produce a star other than Leon, and it looked like them are forward to the forefront. So
yeah.
thumbs up.
I think for a while he went focus too much on Kyle and not the other potential stars. For a while, all you did hear about Kyle.
Yo. The man leave Kyle alone, make Kyle go turn producer, man. Kyle good.
Yeah, but for a while, he might focus too much on Kyle.
Yeah, Greg, you realize himself say, yo, him is not a great
Not good enough.
footballer. Him is a great producer, not a great footballer. Take your talent somewhere else. It's not a bad one.
He ain't calling.
No beach. Yeah.
On his average. You're right.
Some good calling, bro. Yo, when God give a good calling, you have to take it and run with it, brother. You know what talent the man did a black. You know what talent the look you did a black. I know, right? I know he's gonna open up doors for many more talent.
Yo, the man make him father stick up JFF with Leon for years.
But Buju, may I talk to you about quickly? Next week international. This Reese Williams, are you mentioning it?
Me see it me see it thing there. Simon and Ryan LC do a live.
So is Jamaica actually gonna call him, or
don't know.
Just a possibility that he can play? I mean, if you want to complete under 23 and try to bring him to the next Olympics, fair enough. But right now for the senior team, he's not ready.
Bro,
Quality.
Kiddo forget call over the man, bro.
Yeah, but Kiddo is a winger. Reese isn't Reese Williams a
You
center?
know, but just a say.
Yeah. But Kiddo a winger. Kiddo did actually say he more willing to come play for the youth team. So let's see. You know. But enough of that then. Over 15. What you say? What else we talk about? I mentioned.
The thing there.
Yeah.
Like the lagging, bro. When we have a better life, man, maybe
All
not.
right. Because more address that topic. More address it. But yeah, Juventus will beat Chelsea tomorrow. I'm sure of that.
Nah, Juventus not beating Chelsea tomorrow. Stop
Bet
that.
your house, bet your house, bet your wife, bet your children.
I don't worry about no wife.
I fund you.
Nothing but fat thing right now.
Well, Shaka is sad. It's sad for you. Like pandemic.
Watch man, don't be sad for me, boy. Fat thing is it right now. The man peeing tongue, boy.
But you any life, any life.
But you're in the live.
Anyway, that's the show, guys. Big up your them, you see it.
Yeah, man. Shaka, respect. See?
Yeah, man.
Bless,
So,
bless, bless.
when we are gonna do the preview? Thursday or Friday? Friday? Thursday.
Alright,
Thursday better for you.
I'll definitely jump in on
Thursday.
that.
So anyway, that's the show, guys.
So we need a nice Liverpool fan.
Tomorrow.
No,
Tomorrow is
Thursday. Him said tomorrow and Thursday.
Yeah.
Oh, Thursday it is. Well, that's the show, guys.
Thursday
Thanks for
it is.
tuning in. Be up on yourself. We just saying.
We don't want to hear from Liverpool. We don't want to hear from Arsenal at all.
Kush, you can link string beam like in for Thursday. We need a Chelsea fan, man.
Brother.
We know I'm
Whole
so
line-
much
Yo,
better.
Greg. The whole line man then dip on the blood.
Oh, true.
Yeah, man.
Alright, Bushel, tell Sarge to fall for the live Thursday. We need a
Start up on the live.
Every man
He might watch, but we need him to come participate.
No text him until we forward to.
Yeah.
Because like the man them need a makeup assistant. They need to get touch up and the Zimmy Rasta after beard and trim and
Yeah, I hear me. Bushel, yo. Now I get caught up in this.
as I said.
Blessed upon yourself.
Alright.
Look. That's it, the way it be live.
Alright. Alright, yeah, that's it. That's the show. We soon at a later time.
She's right.
Bless.
Bless.